Cyrex is at it again. She wants to soldier up? Come on, dude. You don't even exist on the map. What are you gonna do? Come at me? How do you pay with blood again? I know how to pay with sweat. I can pay with pee. I guess it doesn't rhyme. I'm sorry. So first thing you have to understand that in order to be YouTube CEO, do you have to control YouTube algorithm? Or does the algorithm work automatically? See what I'm talking about? Algorithm is now its own thing, its own beast that nobody can defeat anymore. Or if they tried, well, they're just kind of losers. Most importantly, you upload to YouTube and you become a YouTuber, unless YouTube deletes you somehow. Well, I'm sorry about that. You will still exist somewhere. And as a YouTube CEO, I will make sure that you can come in at me, you know, as everyone else. If you're a YouTuber, you should do that immediately before they disappear you. If they don't like you. I'm not in control in YouTube's algorithm. Okay? I'm not in control in making you famous on YouTube. I'm in control in making you happy making videos on YouTube. And getting a little bit of following and getting a fair following. That's what I'm responsible for. So be careful when you try and define who you think I am. Okay? Yeah, that's interesting. Time to level up. Click that Discord button, boys. If you're level 3. Okay? Level 3 or above. Actually, just level 3. I don't think there's anyone above that can actually click the button either. Just like the ones from below. Who knows? Who the fuck knows anymore? But it's time to level up. That's a meme that you have to know. Alright, I'm catching up on every Smosh video ever, basically. I'm not sure how many of them I have to watch, but some of them I rewatch twice and like I find some hidden gems. Mainly because like of what I just did, promoting Ian, and at the same time grabbing Courtney into my team because he did a great job. Okay, he actually created a YouTuber, technically YouTuber, right? Close, very, very close. Almost a YouTuber, doesn't have to sing, which is not exactly the unique trait, but it's just most related with YouTube ever personality that can exist in my team right now. No problem. Alright, so this number is gonna outgrow this thing real quick. I was going to talk about be a loser mentality. Right after presidential karma. Be a loser. What does this mean? Whenever you think you're gonna pick up something really, really cool for yourself, based on your age, you're gonna be taking a shortcut in life. What you have to actually do in life is just do the same thing over and over again until you go insane, because insanity, guess what, is tier 5. Is the highest tier impossibly available. It's not attainable, but it's available for us. So in order to do insanity, you have to do the same thing over and over again. What can you do that would be entertaining over and over again? How is this even possible, right? You have to answer this question and be a loser, because that's what losers do. They just do mundane things. Something that they are very notorious about, for example. They don't actually become a bully and showcase that someone else is a loser or whatever. You're a loser when you become a bully. Eventually you become a loser. Because now you have to go back in being a loser. And what is loser doing? Well, he's doing the same thing over and over again in order to lose most of the time. That's why you can allow yourself to repeat the same process, because you feel like you're a loser in that process. You know, you want to win, but you keep on losing. So the same goes like, I release a bunch of videos on YouTube. I'm a loser. Everyone can call me a loser. I'm still a loser. Wow. But can you defeat my status update? Can you be a better YouTube CEO just because I picked an apple? Can you do the same thing as I did? Do the same trick shot as I did? You know, once you start comparing yourself with a loser, seemingly it gets a lot harder. Because if you just look at numbers, if you look into engagement, if you look at one specific angle, a loser is going to be a loser, right? A loser isn't capable of like fighting back or something. They're just very interested in that one little thing that may not make them strong to defend themselves, may not make them, you know, psychopaths and not unsensitive to everything. So it's just very important to be a loser, basically, if you want to progress through life. But at the same time, it is the hardest thing to do. Maybe sometimes even impossible, but everything is possible. I'm sorry about that. You know, you go on a mass murder and you die in the process. Well, you try to be a hero, basically, but end up actually a loser. And there's so many examples, just people shredding out, because being a loser is just so difficult. It's the most difficult thing to do. And at some point people give up. And that's what they give up on this weird thing that you would think is bad. Being this thing is bad. Calling someone a loser is bad. Well, I lost plenty of Hearthstone games because I conceded. I was roped. I was wronged, basically, by RNGesus. Who cares? I was a loser, but I wasn't unhappy, you know? If you're happy being a loser, that is wonderful news to you. I think because my team is so very well established, I can actually put this forward. There's one more event. YouTube sucks. I'll start reviewing and taking in consideration every single video that people post talking about YouTube's system, basically. Because I just sit down on the floor, gang. That's where it all starts, you know. In every company, when you start a company, you sit on the fucking floor. There's no furniture. Maybe you have a computer. You start in a location, in a new location to start your amazing business. And you don't actually know what you need either. So, hypothetically I'm doing that, but no, I should just be in my mom's basement because it's so comfortable. It's so comfy in here. Yeah. So yeah, I will be reviewing every YouTube complaint video, everything that is meant to go to the high tiers of YouTube's people, officers, you know, who run the show, allegedly, but maybe don't want to run the show because they're not showing up in the actual YouTube meta game, basically. I'm showing up all the time. I'm watching a lot of videos. I'm putting a lot of work personally, and I will continue to do it mostly personally because a lot of work is already done. And, you know, this is where it all starts. First of all, I mean, I have to establish a home to be able to let in guests and explain what I'm up to, you know? Like, that's very important. This is the year for me that I'm doing exactly that. I'm establishing my identity. My, well, home is kind of like what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, technically, or what you're going to be proud of. So that's what I'm establishing, and it's really, really complicated now that I stopped being a fucking loser to admit to myself, oh, this is actually the greatest idea ever. And it's not that difficult to feel that it's the greatest idea ever, but it's going to be difficult to punch people with it, you know, like, who don't give a fuck. Like, wow, you will not give a fuck anyways. You literally have to be physically punched in the face to give a fuck, which is the best way to do it, is just to reject you somehow, run away. And even that's going to be difficult. It is tough out there to win as a loser. You know, you have to still rebuild yourself on every other aspect, and, well, stop being a loser now. Like, okay, you have reached a peak. You're touching insanity. Can you stop being a loser now? You know, that's pretty scary for a lot of people. But I'm not scaring enough people. But it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. If there's nothing higher that I can reach for, if there's no, like, super YouTube, well, I kind of just have to give up and sit down on the floor. Oh, it's a company. It's a new company. Wow. How did I get here? So, yeah. Everything that goes to YouTube higher ups as a complaint, now I will take initiative to respond and calm people down about it. Because it's definitely possible. It's definitely all in your head, basically. Everything you think YouTube is wrong about, it's all in your head, because it's definitely possible to put an add-on, basically. Just like Minecraft got an add-on called AdventureCraft, and AdventureCraft just took off like a rocket, and now I have it, you know, as a decoration of independence. Okay. New token. It's just so funny. And it specifically means AdventureCraft. It's just a longer name for it. Because it's like a framed reference to how Minecraft became independent for me. Because now I can just code it independently from how Minecraft is crafted or, like, dependent on, you know, JavaScript or something. Well, I use JavaScript, but I don't use Java's. I just never had to unpack Minecraft ever, or be reliant on updating to newer versions, because newer versions not gonna do jack shit to me. Not anymore. All I want to do is very simple things, to be honest. And we'll figure that one out, essentially. Especially when this whole thing now can just go inside AdventureCraft. You know, as this whole entire thing. Can you imagine? It's so simple to code it. And I will have to do it. You will see it in AdventureCraft. In my engine. As a little secret button that I'm constantly pushing and opening this up. And constantly editing things. It's gonna be fucking weird. Wow. That is a weird one. This is so weird. I have no idea. Because I'm playing it in my head right now of, like, wow. You know, how it's gonna look like. And how it just works. You know, if it's just like, again, we go back to this Todd Howard thing of it works, that became a mega meme. You gotta pick up something simple that works, instead of picking something complicated that could potentially work at some point, yeah, if I work very hard. What, but do you works or do you not works? If you not works, then this thing not gonna works either, okay? You have to pick up what works and keep doing that. Don't be an idiot, you know? An eternal loser. Eternally lose on this one little thing that you're trying to do. Even when it succeeds, you know, even when it beats your expectations. And all that happened, and, you know, it still failed. My engine still failed, and now this bubble is so big, I will never return again to Unity. Can you imagine? That was the biggest loss in my game. Okay, but maybe not as big as you think, because it's almost like a tail. It's almost like someone can just pick it up and grow their entire career out of. No big deal, you know. Like, I'll take that. If someone can replicate my success or just promote ray tracing in general the way that I look at it from an efficiency standpoint, I'm very happy about it. PewDiePie has a title, Cringe That Makes You Want to Leave Your Body, which is something that I just fucking said. If you leave your body, you're gonna be stuck in that near-death experience for a long time. This stuff is not a joke, because it makes you feel like actually a loser and someone that could have lost everything. You know, you don't want to be on that edge of like suicide or ability to actually leave forever. Again, it's still, maybe I shouldn't be too harsh and be like, yeah, it's not that bad, but this ability to leave your, just an ability. Yeah, you can return, but I didn't have that shit. I don't have it. I'm not that big of a loser. I just feel like this is an insane ability that... Why is it on PewDiePie's fucking video right now? He makes some crazy fucking twists on his titles, and pretty much just titles, right? Let's double check. This is interesting now. How weird are his titles? Sometimes, right? Like deceptive. But never really outrageous. Consistently outrageous. I guess I'm cool with that. Whatever. You're fine, PewDiePie, for now. Alright, thanks, Pewds. You at least gave me the definition of what cringe is. I'll freeze for the cringe if I find it. So making a video about cringe, probably not the best idea. Is it? I still gonna watch it now. I'm watching YouTube Rewind and I gotta cringe because of this meme. I have problems with mom memes, as you can tell already. And it's not like I like my mom, I feel like it's getting out of control, weird. I mean, people's egos are always out of control in order to get up here. All the way up here with their stupid superpowers that they asked for. And we're gonna bring them down real fast, all of the YouTubers, because we have to gather them up, and they're right now flying around and pretending that they're unstoppable. Well, it's just gonna be fun now. Yeah, now that PewDiePie made another mom joke, I'm like, that's interesting. First, basically because it's one of those, you're a loser. And it's like, I know, isn't that amazing? Jesus Christ. Well, that's a cringe. Definition of cringe. Congratulations. You found something new. Something I cannot really roast, but I'm like, okay. You're less relevant now. Way less relevant. Oh no, 2 hours ago, Ian is attacked. With the ball cut. Yay. It's back. He's celebrating 10-year anniversary or something. That's what I would assume. Because I want to make him feel old. And respectable. Alright, I think there's 2 points to discuss. And now being YouTube CEO is a little bit more stressful. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta buy stress. If you can handle it, let's fucking handle it. Let's go to war. I still have no idea how it's gonna work out. And that's also stress. Cause like, okay, you don't care still about me. You still don't care if I claim to be YouTube CEO. And that's game over now. Now if you don't care about this thing, okay, buying stress. So we made another token. This token has to exist here, just so people know how to label masturbation on YouTube. Please don't label it as such, because it doesn't mean anything to me. It just it's a weird word. Okay, don't say turbo as well. Like this weird word. I don't understand why. But lemon squeezy. That's what I use. Okay. If you're removing something from your body, it's probably just acid, you know, and it belongs on someone else's face, whoever you don't like. You know, you just pour acid on them. Change your face. You just remove their entire face. Yeah, grow that back up again. I don't give a fuck about you. I already did. Gave a fuck, and now I don't, because that's how it works. You can say fuck on YouTube. Don't worry about it. If you worry about it, however, you can't. So that's that. The moment you worry about it, you're banned from being able to say fuck. I'm just saying, okay? At least for a month, and then you can say it again. Just so we're clear. Just so we don't have to do an infinite investigation, which is another word. See, the problem is that I'm above the law simply because I can cause an infinite investigation. You call me stupid? Alright, let's figure out. I have infinite amount of content. Let's figure out how stupid I am. And if I meet the threshold of being stupid. Oh wait, this was not an infinite investigation, but it could have been. If you're very, very fruitful of your efforts, you know, if you're pushing that message real hard, maybe we're gonna get to infinity eventually, you know. Infinity and beyond. So if you're causing an infinite investigation, you lost your investigation. Investigation has to be quite snappy. Okay, you already have all the evidence, you already have the fruitful opinion about me or someone else, and otherwise this garbage. It's just oh, we reached it. We did it. Ha! Level up. We leaked. All right. All right, that's beautiful. Declaration of Independence was the last thing I've said, and we have to create another cupcake. Wow. And continue our work. Here we go. 2K char limit. Nice. Yeah, this bulk culture video is literally Ian being fucking humiliated right now. And I'm like, with a helicopter, hey, grab this. You fucking gotta escape now. And Courtney, you can clean up the mess, cause you're hired. You're hired. But you still have to work very hard now. Miss Celebrity. Very hot celebrity. Pink shirt, I like that. Yeah, the reason why I was like triggered, because Ian is single. And it has been declared in the video as well. So, you know for sure that he cares about this stuff. And that he never really established himself as tier 4 as well. Which, you know, gives me so much time if I declare that he is ready to establish relationships that benefit him, basically. Okay, maybe he only made everyone else benefit, but right now he can reverse the process and after understanding a certain amount of things, and that he's like free of stress or whatever he has. Whatever baggage prevents him from taking fruits of his labor, basically. Also, yeah, that is a very close call to making me cry. Except it's just kind of stupid and sad, but not sad enough because it's stupid. You know, I cringe harder than I cry, so cool. But he said a few things. Okay, interesting. I like that. I think I can actually force stress right now. I want to see what happens. There's a lot of things to think about, but at the same time I kind of want to go through YouTube stuff. Yeah, I'm really not gonna do the map anymore. Not for a long time. I need help, right? There's a lot of things going on in my life, and there's a time limit in which I have to succeed all those things. And map is just a teaser of what I need to do this year. Something that I can establish in multiple ways for multiple reasons, right? Like, so we're gonna try one more time. Let's see how stressful that is. Alright, we're about at 5,000. And, these are the people that made it to level 4, basically. Don't ask me how I calculate this shit, because fuck you. I have an announcement to make. Nobody made it to level 5. Level 4. Let's go, boys. That's who made it. Let's keep going. We had a 10k milestone. Nobody reached level 5. .5, boys. 12.5. We actually made it. We made a link. Here you go, boys. Link almost would go to level 5 because of this. Stupid asshole. Almost there, boys. Who's gonna be the first one to hit 5? These are my teammates, so don't fucking worry about it. Stress level 4 is like the one that is relevant right now, at least. So anyone who takes the crown, that's congratulations. And also my team finally finished the 4 corners. Finishing with... And she's just gonna steal that. Why not? Oh, it's a link. She also became a link, I guess. Because 3 girls... Wait, what? No, she's unpromotable because Camilla. Okay. You cannot be promoted. You can only be... unless you're fire. But you're not fire, okay? I'm sorry about that. Also 21.5. Let's keep going. It's like Courtney Miller is the fire because she did it first. You know? It's really hard to define yourself here. But that was nice. That was fun. But this time I'm gonna call him Shade, so he would be black, and he would be automatically suitable for this level of stress. Yeah, 45. It took me quite a while to grab him. Pewds have actually made it. Maybe he needs to change his name though. Who knows, right? There's always twists and turns. Never ends. This means that I'm gonna watch a video, basically, which is relevant to the theme. You know, I'm looking for haters. Anyone hates YouTube? You know, not me. I'm not supposed to be relevant, because I watch too much YouTube. You know, I'm addicted. Please give me more drugs, better drugs, improve, assholes. I want it. Okay. wasn't my choice, by the way. I just had to watch a video. Nobody would be able to make it. I mean, there's a reason why Ari is not making it right now. But she's close, so she put someone else in. We need privacy, okay? Get the fuck out of here. Also, refuel has been interrupted. Meaning that I couldn't actually type in what I was searching for. I just found it immediately. What I could watch. So it was interrupted. And I found one more hidden piece of shit. Right in here, boys. The more are you in here, the more piece of shit this number is. Because we're splitting it somehow. We're gonna do something, okay? It's a cake. It's not a pie. Cake. Or a huge cupcake. Right there. Baking. Right now. Like I was supposed to. How about that, boys? I do have a public announcement. And here's the thing. I know a lot about sweating. Because I know a lot about stress. And you can't stop that shit. Even if you had a shower or whatever, it's always a meme of like, oh, have a shower and you're gonna remove everything from your body. But you can regenerate it just as fast. So you have to understand, if you're doing something and you're stressing out, and you have to respect other people's push, because the more you think about that, the less you're capable of actually enjoying what you want to do in public. So once I start to stress out, I probably just gotta leave. You know, that's how it works. I just gotta fucking leave. And there's not a lot of things you can actually do at that point. But the more you want it, the more you have to prepare for it. You have to prepare so fucking much. You have to stress yourself out before you actually do it. And otherwise, you're just gonna be a wreck. You're gonna be a fucking wreck. Yeah, you can be a singer, but Ari cannot be a speaker. She can't. She can't do that. I don't know if she could survive that. I cannot survive pretending to be her and trying to say my piece. I don't know. Feel my piece. Feel like her and then talk. Very difficult. Maybe that way. It's complicated. And I can understand the possibility of it. Because I often feel like that. Like I'm losing my breath. Like, why is that? Well, I am stressing out. That's what is going on. So, that's the public service announcement. If you are sweating, leave the public. That's what it is, boys. Yeah, technically, she got the spotlight. There's nothing I could have done. We wanted the milestone so badly for no reason. So let's keep going. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like you can't make sense of any of this, right? And probably the title of this is gonna be not featuring Ariana Grande, but that's the whole point, right? And now she got captured at the milestone. But I still have to go work. And work is stress, okay? That's what I'm working on. Because the real reality is also something you prepare for. If you actually make a move and create a different reality, you know, through action, my videos proven to be useless to everyone. Completely useless and unwatchable. So, cool. Let's keep it that way. Let's not put me in a spotlight just yet. So technically YouTube loves me in that sense. Just the way that I put Ari. Not in a spotlight for a very long time. That's how long it took. Okay? So technically this token right here, which is the only second token that I can use right now, which she unlocks, is exposure of someone that has been driving with me, alongside with me, but the police caught us and took one of us away, and I have to drive without her. Because she was causing too much stress, and you don't want stress on the road, okay? When I'm driving 1,000 miles speed of light, you know, like shit. Ouch. Right now we're at like 5 something. You have no idea what that is, and I have no idea what that is, and I don't know when I'll feature that. We reached like 10 something on here, so it's just gonna be like 10. And right now, milestone 5. So we're kind of halfway there, right? Kind of. We'll see. Because now the speed gets a lot faster. 5 times the speed, basically. 5x, that's how we call it. Alright. 5x. Alright. Let's keep driving. This is my car, motherfuckers. YouTube car. I bought it from YouTube. I can't even watch videos right now. I'm so stressed being a CEO and shit, you know? And Ari still has like time to obtain Smosh and be relevant enough to be tier 4 with me, I guess. Or she's just gonna be a passenger rider forever. Next day she rides again, and wow. But am I gonna make videos about it? Probably not. You know, that's such a unique case that all of a sudden she's already investigated to be a unique case. Which is like, okay, cool. You're free to go for now. For now. Depends on what you want to do, right? What happens? What happens next? Oh my god. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, she reached level 4 like everyone else. If somebody else would have reached level 5, then she would still be hidden behind that person. Cool. If that person peels off or suicides, I guess, if he's happy enough to do some stupid shit that removes his name, then yeah, she would still be on the spotlight. But that's just casual. It's so weird. Okay, let's put a token here. Meaning that it belongs to the cupcake family. Casual. That's the word that I was trying to say. Okay. So 3rd token, boys. Wow. Alright, so I have an announcement about a new game, basically. This is a new job that I need for YouTube. Okay, you want this job? You come apply. I'm a job giver. You get paid $0. Probably you have to fucking put quarters in order to be able to contact me and know what the job is about. Okay, you have to pay for paper, you know, that sort of stuff. Oh, I'm writing an application. Wow. Okay. So it's like they're like Flappy Bird, okay, but it gets harder every time, and it starts super easy every time, and once you fail you have to start over. But it's so important that you would do it anyways. It's like Mr. Beast count to 100,000 or whatever. That's how it feels like. it starts off easy, but then it gets complicated, and then it gets so much more complicated. If you make a mistake, you go back all the way down to 0 and start all over again. What? What are facts and knowledge, man? Oh boy. So yeah, that's the game. It's gonna be released anytime now, but right now you can go into a workshop because the job is in. You can do this, and let's see how we do it. Oh wait, can you do it? I don't know. I'm trying to open a workshop, but now I'm realizing maybe it's a bad idea. Well, there's a job that you can try, and maybe it pays you money in the end. Who knows, right? So here you go. Want a new job? Flag. Flappy Beast. That's the name of the job. Flappy Beast. Let's see how you do it. Now I'll just sit back and figure out how that would play out in reality. Let's do something interesting right now real quick and go as far as possible, fast as possible. I need to find something. Need to find an emote. Well, I can do it here probably. Cheat a little bit. As you can tell... Oh, and it lags too. And then you start the other one. And that's gonna be Cookie Clicker Voice. That's how you fucking do the Flappy Bird. And you're gonna stay on the chat with me while you do this. On a live chat. And I'll tell you when to switch. Maybe on a not live chat, who cares, right? Everything is possible. As long as it's possible, we can do it. As long as it's possible here, I'll probably agree to it. Okay? So, downloading or downloaded. Okay, you can now join the... It's also linked, alright. Everything is linked. Stupid Ari. What is she baking in that jail? Alright, we have reached 6x. Which sounds ridiculous, but whatever. Bam! Unlinked. Let's get out of here. Left a corpse in there, I'm sorry about that. It's casual. 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 Something like that. Now it's a little bit cashy. It's casual now. Someone left at a milestone. Okay, pretty casual. Especially if they have been driving with me. Exposed. Okay. I can take that. Oh, also immediately... What is the... It's gonna mean level 4. Is whatever. So I literally just have one teammate left. She's probably gonna get exposed really quickly. Okay. Now I'm scared. Quick status update, because we reached this milestone. And I'm watching a second video, which is thank you next backstage technically. the creation of. Thank you, next. I don't know how it's called anymore. How the Woody's, whatever, right? So I still have to fucking watch Ari. If I put her to jail twice, it will be quite uncomfortable, so I have to try very hard. Other than that, I have 11% left on my battery. That's how much fuel I actually have. Once it's out, I'm out. I have to charge my tablet. And below 10%, below 8%, at 8%, my tablet stops being full brightness. So I'm playing some darkness games, some blackout games if I continue doing this after 8%. Obviously when I'm watching a YouTube video it's gonna be a little bit boosted. And rightfully so. Congratulations, I'm doing something more stressful. Because that's how internet works, okay? And you have to respect the battery. So immediately I put a flag, respect the battery. That's my flag. Let's keep going. I'm thinking what that means because now I have doubled the amount of where Ari's left. Technically, maybe I can spend 100,000 and bring myself back to 100,000 in time. But that's kind of stupid, right? Another way I'm thinking, okay, so I left her here if she didn't show up another time where nobody shows up. Because I'm not stressing about other people. I haven't, like, consumed enough material to last me this long. It's a downwards curve, boys. I'm still watching Ari, and she doesn't show up. So that's an indication that I could delete this, maybe? I have no idea. Because I doubled the amount. I'll figure this out. But here you go, milestone. Also I'm at 6K. I mean 6x, 7x. Jesus Christ. Here you go. Let's make sure this is exact. For now, that's how I'm gonna look at it. It's just gonna be redemption for Ari. Now I have to, like, help Taylor Swift. But we have so much material to sit through that no big deal. No big deal. Still, you cannot just come back to the game because the game ends the moment I lose my entire team. I still have one member. And I still have Ari working in jail, basically. As long as I watch her videos. Randomly suggested by YouTube, okay? Mwah, okay, let's keep going. And yeah, the thing that I forgot, it's called behind the scenes. I'm not comfortable with that identity. Backstage sounds like super catchy. Anyways, it's still backstage, you know. It's still back behind the back of whatever has been released and put on public platform, which is supposed to be a stage anyways. It's just uncomfortable. I'll just use backstage to talk about behind the scenes, because I probably will never see a scene in my entire life. I will never go out in public to where there is a scene and there's a bunch of people and I can define it. Oh, that's a scene. I will never see behind the scenes action either, probably. Who knows? And unless I am live streamed for some reason. But I'll probably have just pure privacy for the rest of my life, because, like, if someone sees tier 4 people, they will get fucking confused and outraged. I don't know what happens, dude, when someone like me loses privacy. I'm just a speaker. There's nothing to plant, really. Is that a flag? It could be. I mean, it's anything else, basically. Doesn't indicate anything, so it's a flag. And it comes from watching too much Ariana shit right now. Because right now I'm on a stress level driving. And if I watch too many of her videos, that's not cool. That's gonna traumatize me forever if something bad happens. Now I'm a true fan, dude. I'm initiated. I'm not an arinator, okay? Maybe a riminator of every other fan, because I don't support her fan base, you know, that sort of stuff. I don't want to be called her army man. No, that's not gonna happen. But they can come at me, you know, I'm a true fan. I am not arinator. That's what makes a true fan. We're at 7%, I believe. 7%. Hardcore patience because Selena is not showing up as close as she might be. Maybe no one can show up anymore because the rules have suddenly changed into ultimate protection mode. Right now my team is like safe because nobody is dipped below this number, right? The double and nothing. Double or nothing, dude. I can't even say or. I just have to say the phrase. Anyways, this 8x is the actual influence number. This is just high score, okay? Deep down is just score. But this is actually cash. Okay. Cash that whoever made it to stress level 4 will get to split. Not equally, of course, but we'll see. Okay. It's still gonna be war for a wedding cake, you know, that sort of stuff. Because whatever wedding means, you know, if people can break up, something that cannot be broken, that's what wedding is. Okay, it doesn't have to be between two people, specifically man or women. So America started breaking that fucking trend up for whatever reason. Let's figure out what it is then. Because if it's not between men or women, then it's probably not wedding anymore. Shut the fuck up. I need a girl, and I need to fucking drive at the same time. That's what I need. And we're playing this game right now. So hardcore patience, thank you, Selena. Also, this just happened, so meaning we have to bail. Okay, we have to bail. Once it hits 3%, we have to end this fucking game. Technically, what I want to reach is the high score, right? But that's what police gets for fucking scaring the shit out of me. That's what happened, okay? They deserve this. And also they have like this huge cake that wasn't redeemed by anyone. So, I don't know. Maybe someone gets it eventually. Maybe it's already eaten. Who cares? We have 17 people total, and everyone would get, if we do this equally, $53 of influence. That's a lot. How do I do this? We have like groups of 5. And then there are 2 latest who couldn't make a group, but still is a group because they spilled over, okay? They made it way further than anyone else. So, how about let's do it from the top instead. Let's do it this way. And then 2, and then 3. And that's how we're gonna do every cake. These are your slices. This is how I actually gonna slice the cake. And all I have to do now is learn the triangle. How to calculate the triangle. I still don't remember. And I'll just sit in my bed and just figure out how to calculate it. When you have this number, what is the actual number? I know you multiply by 2, so that's 6. What happens when you go to 4? And now there's 4 slices. Wow. And now you're at 10 total, but you're at 4. So how does 4 become 10? How does 5 become 15? And whoever is last gets to keep also quite a bit of a cake, because it's 6 slices and they didn't make it, and that's what makes them, you know, losers. The most powerful tag in the world. Losers, because they started and they have a chance to either lose everything or win just as much as the first place. So here you go. 6 slices, right? 1, 2, 3, 1 and 5. That's the only one that matters. Alright. Alright, rolling credits, boys. Almost 11. 7-11, boys. These bad boys. Alright, Lava has reached 2,000. First team to reach 2,000. Thanks to this asshole, who's not gonna be a leader just yet, but will move forward in life. 'Cause why not? Give me that too as well. Thank you. And my teammate. Oh wow, she is now 13. Here you go. First person to reach 12, 11, 13. Pretty much. Crazy, right? Kind of tied up with Taylor. That's interesting. And we're kind of overtaking now. So Taylor just made it to the first place for our entire team. Because she took first place. Cool, right? Then we have Shane, which can easily pick up points. Pick up his reward by not existing. And I guess I didn't call him shady in the first place. Okay. And victorious. Victoria. How do you even... Let's give it to the champs now. Okay. Antoine still is eating his pie. I mean, cake. He has his own cake that I gave to him. And 75 more points now. Here you go. Actually, I can't redeem that, can I? I don't know. So tough. What we're gonna do, I'm just gonna ignore that Antoine got points. Okay? His team has to work. It's like a secret weapon anyways. So I'm like... exposed, but whatever. He's not the one supposed to work for it. Or work in some other ways, okay? Not just winnings, please. That's why the cake is here. It's like you have to do your own fucking shit. Not just be in my head. You know what? What? You in my head now? Okay. And Jewel. Oh, come on. I put so much effort and I'm like, oh shit, she doesn't exist, yeah. She's very deep in darkness. Very, 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 very deep. Alright, final 9. Splitting this by 4 is kinda 38 minus 1. So one of them loses 1 point. Oh my god. Probably Link. Let's do that. Because he doesn't exist. 32 points. I mean 38. Poof. And 1 point. And then everyone else gets 38. This guy shows up. Cryect. Okay, this guy who created AdventureCraft, he can come in and take all the credit he wants. So now he's a part of Minecraft team, and this time I will put it here. All the credit that he just received. And there's gonna be more. So he's gonna wait for the cake, I guess, to come down. Ugh, ugly. And if I remember, I will give it to him, basically. Whoever... well, they will split now. Based on whoever's actually relevant. It's their fucking problem, not mine. It's an ouch for me. Alright, Sabby. That was easy. And now we have Smile. I didn't even see that coming, by the way. Fucking Smile. Wow. What I'm gonna do is another simple math deal. -2 from my pocket into her pocket. Easy. Check. And now they're splitting 30. 30 and someone gets 1 point extra. Of course I'm gonna give it to my fucking teammate. Jesus Christ. Easy. TNT is Todd Howard reinforced by Notch. So technically they just split the points. And again, they're very close now to redeeming the cake. Here you go. I guess Todd gonna get 2 points and Notch gonna get 1. Oh, fuck off. Again, I'm not giving points right now. Jesus Christ, how can I forget? Again, I left this guy with 0. So cake is still a wall. Just putting a cake for them is like, well, you have to eat it now. Or it's gonna go bad, so... You know, that's how life works. Now you gotta eat it. I don't know how you're gonna do it. If you're insecure about something, you're gonna miss out on cake. I'm just saying. And that's why I feel bad about myself. I can't go to parties, so I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. You know, stuff I could take. I wish I could go to parties, but I'm a loser. So I create my own parties, bitch. 3 people left. So Pewds and Marcia. Marcia can take both. Who cares? Right? I think right. What I did with Shane Dawson was wrong. This is redeemed points. So he got in like 50. That was wrong for me. I'm still under stress fucking giving this shit up. Yeah, he got 50. Ah, damn. Ah, fucking so much stress. Okay, 50 to here. In his bank. Unredeemed. Unspent. Not turned into influence just yet. In Justin. Alright. 2 more. Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Again, we have a split, but this time we can actually do it. And they will only get 1 point each, potentially. It depends on their team score. So Logan Paul actually gets 2 points. I mean Jake Paul. But he has a different account. He has its own bank account. Can you imagine? I don't want to be under PewDiePie. I have created my entire team that I belong to. And I'm a Professor X. Well, we'll see about that, okay? We'll see about that. He's far away. He's very far away. And Pewds just punched him in the face and gave it to Marcia. Just so we're clear. You know, you have a bank account. That's pretty useful. I can fix it, you know. Okay. Beautiful. And that's it. That is all. Everyone got their piece. Let's get the fuck out of here. I literally only watched one I hate YouTube video or whatever. YouTube sucks video. You label YouTube as shit, and I'ma come at you, dude. I will come at you, because you're not just labeling the head of YouTube, but sometimes just the head of YouTube. If anyone wants to say, "Oh, YouTube sucks," like, they're probably gonna target what actually kind of sucks, but you still don't understand that part of just try and handle YouTube, you know. Try and pick it up as a baby, and it's gonna shit all over, or you're gonna turn into shit. You know, maybe it has magical powers. You don't know. You never fucking held a baby before, so fuck off. Right now, because I did so little work, actual work, I watched one video and I was triggered into a whirlwind of doing something else completely. So I'll have to do it again, because now I found passion. Wow. We'll see. I mean, the Friday's not over yet. It's kind of like a Friday thing, as you can tell already. I'm just kind of saying right now. Just flashing my Fridays right now. Oh, if you want this Friday, I don't care, dude. You can take this Friday for me. But I'm flashing my Friday. Alright, Hearthstone has an event where you peek into the past. And for me, that's quite interesting. I simply have never tried, and holy shit, this is annoying. I simply never tried to look into what is the best shaman deck from the past, whatever the past means right now, because there's a few extra cards that we have after all. And so I want to look into, like, what are the best, my favorite tempo cards ever, or the most useful cards, and try to build a Reno deck, maybe Reno-ish, and I double up on the really, really good ones. Because the Reno deck means that you have a lot of options. You have insane amount of options of what to play. Ogre is cool, right? But I never can look at it as a good tempo card, because it can be just destroyed by a 7-1. And if you set up that 7-1 beautifully, you can... This is definitely a double. And this is a one-off, I think. It's too hard to tell, but it's a good card. I mean, you can't really compare it to anything else. Maybe Wild Pyro is actually better, and actually is a double card. Does Doomsayer exist, right? No? What is this set then? It's kind of interesting. First thing I have to fight back against is shit Paladin, basically. I don't think he can handle it. Can he handle the smash right now? The fact that I drew this weapon? Just very rare ability for me to defend myself right now. But I can't play anything, so he kind of wins that part. But Wild Pyro might not be playable anyways. This is interesting. He has to trade, by the way. Alright, I have 5 tempo points against him. However, I don't have anything to play. Oh boy. But who knows, right? I have board clears. If he floods the board somehow, if he only has small minions. Wow. Takes 5 tempo points, technically. But I do this. Here you go. And I can freeze and then champion the game down. Whoever dumps the champion on the board wins the game. Back in the day, that's how it worked. He kind of recognized very well that his only option is to destroy my face right now. And he is being aggressive after all. So that's smart. Wow, he even has chargers inside his package. Except if he doesn't kill the totem, it's game over basically. He didn't even attack. I'm technically at 9 health. At 5 health. Because of the silver sword. But I set up lethal, I think. 12 plus 5. Nope. Did not set up lethal yet. Unless I draw like lightning bolt or something. 12 plus. So that was 2 health left. 2 health. If he did it properly. I could have potentially lose right now. If he has any more burst. And I don't get a taunt totem. Interesting. If he has 2 damage burst, he technically won the game. He just didn't properly play it. So that's a double win for me. A secure win, basically. Well. Oh, he just won the game, actually. Very much so. But I'm the one who actually won the game, so... There you go. And that was Tavern Brawl. I get a pack, and I leave. Except I need to complete my quests too. That's why I came here. Mr. Pack, what's up? Double rare. This must be the craziest game I've ever played in Hearthstone now. I'm just in that fucking crazy mode of like taking everything seriously. Well, now I have a chance to win, right? So I have to take the chance. And I kind of need a chance to defend myself as well. These are 5s, these will kill themselves if not treated properly. So close now. So I have to do this, I think. So he cannot kill it. There you go. There you go. That's triple renew right there. It's breaking the game, basically. He wouldn't be able to even trade that. Alright. At least his minions die. That was kind of mistakeful. I have quite a lot of damage now. Let's count it in his face. I do need to draw a beast now. I think I made a mistake. No, never mind. Game over. Holy shit, this game, dude. Out-controlled, boys. Three cards left on his hand after playing Galakrons, because he was always under pressure. We can redeem one victory pack. Totally useless. And we cannot redeem a goddamn epic. How's that? So boring. Well, before I leave, and every time I leave I have to play one arena game. Let's see how that goes. That's a really good hand. This guy is really good when you don't play it on turn 1. Okay. So then you can actually play an actual 2-drop. And it's not like you're trying to contest every 1-drop ever. So that works. Now I have so many ways to heal this. I pretty much have the board. It's game over. Whoops. He dodged this bullet though. So I can't just be completely ignorant. This synergizes, so I'm gonna try and unpack. And now defend myself. Here we go. Easy. Easy. And I'm still overloaded. Alright, I can attack this perfectly, I think. Wow. This seems so weird, because I can heal back up. So is that a better play? I literally doubt it, though. I think the best play is to ignore this, but now I want to heal it. Here you go. Look who showed up! Good old friend. Good old give me all the cards in the universe. And he just died. He just played 2 points of tempo because I had the board. So whoever has health has tempo. I'm sorry about that, buddy. Now the problem is, how do I cleanly clear this, right? It still has 5 attack. And I want to heal stuff. So first, this is the clearer. This is how I'll clear. But maybe I get some better cards, right? And I do. There you go. So that's spells, right? They're gonna be reactive. And now I have a big heal target. And more heal targets if he wants. So this is even crazier now. I do have to sack this. But then I don't get cards. I don't need cards, technically. I do have to be very careful here. This is really complicated. I could get a but the reality is this. This is the reality. This is the reality here. The most real play that I can make, including this. Why not? Used all my mana still. And because I casted a spell, now I'm gonna be able to unpack this and play a decent turn 7. He has no chance anymore. Not even close. Not even close. There you go. Technically, whoever has the biggest bank, the biggest tits, boys, that is who gets to grow newbies. So we have it. We have it. Obviously. We can afford it, for sure. Technically, Cryect is a noob, but he's capable on investing on a cake anyways. So he kind of jumped on it anyways. You know? If I throw a cake, then there's gonna be fucking rats everywhere. Fucking noobs. Well, at least they're not attacking my place. I believe I started this with 25% of battery. Because I literally did not respect it. Anything. And now I'm back in the same spot, basically. So the question is, do I just do the race now, or do I wait a little bit longer? Race. One more cake. 2 cakes in one day. The only thing that can answer this question is, am I still stressed out? We'll figure out that. That is so funny. On Wild, on Hearthstone Wild, where all the cards are accessible, this card enables Quest Mage. A card that just mages have on default as a base set card. Can you imagine? Something going unchecked for so long and cannot be countered because the effect is also immediate and can turn certain spells to 0. Something that Blizzard showed they don't like it. But the most funniest part, it's an apprentice. It's literally the welcome to school, asshole. You have to play anything but Wild right now and fucking enjoy it, and don't fucking rant about Wild right now, please, okay? I don't want to be CEO of Hearthstone right now, but I could very much be, so shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm doing the final explosion of this guy's toast, so I'll just watch his latest video. It's gonna go down to 1.2, potentially just 0.9, just in half. Completely irrelevant to Hearthstone, or its history, or anything. I'm sorry about that. What, he started playing Minecraft? Are you serious right now? Let's go, let's see this last video. Yeah, this guy's toast. He has elected himself something? A town president or something? Did I hear that right, Toast? You're banned from YouTube forever, so congratulations. Unless you reach some kind of decency, right? That's all you need to do. His videos are so fucking cringy to watch. He's like a power creep of some kind. And he still remains with 9 points, splitting everyone else his cut. And might as well fucking ban him. I will not watch his videos ever again. Stop. Nope. I mean, he's unlucky, simply, because I hate Hearthstone so much. Hearthstone went to level 37. Anything above level 25 gets this token. Maybe level 30 to make it even and very difficult to escape. Anyone who even attempts to make me uncomfortable, attempts to make me feel like I shouldn't interact with their channel for some reason, that is tough news. Normally it would go here, but Hearthstone occupied this position with another token, right? With the work token. I work here. I fucking get my, gold. That's very valuable, apparently. It's $300 every year. Now goes up to $400. If you play Hearthstone every day and properly, you probably can cover those expenses. And so I need that gold, okay, to be able to afford packs and shit. So the only downside that you can fall into is a pit of fucking doom. If you're not relevant enough to destroy Hearthstone, you're gonna destroy yourself. If you've started in Hearthstone, there is probably no escape. If you try and escape, you're probably gonna ruin your career. But that's up to him now. He's banned. He has to find his own fucking way now. And not interact with me, because that is gonna get a lot worse if he tries to fucking interact with me. Because I don't like him. That is just bottom line. Don't try. Alright, I have 45% battery charged. I can go round 2 for this one and see how far we actually gonna go. How far do I care about this title? And just because I banned someone, I just kind of put him in the fireplace. Let's do fire gathering using this guy's toast. We're gonna burn toast. Oh man, you burned toast. No, you wasteful piece of shit. Here you go. That's why I'm ruthless. Oh yeah, 45% battery. Let's go. I've noticed one thing. I always start with a 1. So I already did it twice, and now I'm gonna be doing it one more time. I have to invest $100 of influence to be able to run this whole operation. And sometimes I'll get stuff back, but it depends how many teammates of mine actually make it there, and if nobody gets burnt. Because if anyone would have gotten burnt, I would have just conceded all of the winnings to everyone else. So there is some incentive, let's put it that way, to pull all my teammates, or as many as you can, but as late as possible. There are 2 ways to destroy me, technically. If I pulled all my teammates, then I cannot. Then I have to stop the game, right? And then check what happened. But at the same time, my last teammate was the end game and ended the game because all our teammates did it, and no other team kind of destroyed themselves by being too relevant. Because when you're too relevant, that's also pretty disgusting. So that's what we have to keep in mind. There's the other side of popularity. And I took very, very popular people. If someone does not have hardcore patience in my team, then I'm fucked. Here you go, that's the formula of a triangle number. You have a square that is divided by 2, but you also have the edges that the square kind of attains by becoming this number-ish thing, right? It's trying to be a number. So just like a square starts with 1, the same triangle starts with 1. So that's where they kind of meet up. Because if you have 1 here, you're like, well, that's 1, that's 1, that's 2, and you divide it by 2, and you still get 1. As well as with just squaring the number, you will get 1 if you started with 1. So that's really cool to know this formula now for sure. And this actually happens at exactly 6K, which is kind of funny. One musician made pretty good songs, and I didn't put her on a list, but now she has to come on the list because this is that event where randomness happens, and I have to like invite everyone in. Because you're taking a part of a huge cake, especially if you come first and you like have no competition whatsoever, and you have been stuck in my fucking head for a long time. So here you go. Probably can just, that's it, right? Oh yeah, never mind. One more thing. And 2x. There's one more thing that happens when you reach stress level 4. You get 1 point. You exist on a list. And she's probably gonna do it multiple times. But she's the first one to do it. Also, 2x. How the fuck do I put it in? Like this? And if you reach level 5, you get 2 points, and so on. 6, 3, 7, 4, whatever. So when we get to split the credit, not only you on the first place for just having 2 points most of the time, but you also get huge credit if you have to share at all. Well, I found, well, I searched the term again, and I picked up another video and made another comment that can start drama. Any point. You can start beef with me if you think you can handle it. It is quite a question. Is it possible to defeat me at all? Or is it just entertainment for me? So the question in hand of like why YouTube created an anti-harassment policy where they shut down something like Content Cop against Leafy, and even Leafy is like, well, it should be out there, you know, harassment of me should be out there. iDubbbz have broken through. If you look into iDubbbz on YouTube, he has 7 million subscribers. That is game over on YouTube. Now, you're on your own. And you're going to be sucking in those negative policies that will ruin your channel. Because what you actually have to do is reach that mark and now collect actual subscribers, actual fan base, actual interactions. Actually establish yourself. And see how that goes. Alright? You have to become an actually respectable person. Because you cannot be a cop having 7 million subscribers. Can you imagine? Are you serious? Now it's 8 million, technically. A cop. You call yourself a cop with 8 million subscribers. Busting everyone. You killing noobs, basically, is what is going on. And that is harassment. If you're trying to attack tier 1 people when you're higher than that, just like, judgment doesn't go up, it can't really go down because you're just kind of crushing. You're not judging people, you're roasting them. You're attacking them straight up. Because everything you do against lower tier people, if it's not ignorance or forms of ignorance, forms of leaving them alone, and letting them do whatever they have to do, You can tell them to do something, but that's it. And the question is, was Leafy his pal or just a channel that eventually died and, well, the harassment should have stopped, and his promotion should have stopped. And he is still pretty big because he grew up. Did I saw? I don't think so. There's no way. Yeah, it's Content Cop. It's kind of weird as well. The most tilting video in it. Okay, whatever. I have never watched Leafy's here. Maybe a few times. Maybe in the past, and I don't want to admit that I watched him. But like way back. It has to go way back. And YouTube won't be able to remember. Actually makes a point. How long was his career anyways? Past this 3-year thing. And he seems to be doing, like this review content of YouTube, which is probably a little bit higher tier than review a channel, but it's still so complicated. So complicated. Everything is very complicated. And the most important part, in the end, if a stupid policy does exist from YouTube, this is like the ace card, that if you want to fight against me, you have to know what is the ace. How am I gonna flip the table when I want to quit and be like, well, you did your part, I just play an ace card. So in order to avoid getting your video destroyed, you just make another one. You're just like, oh, that goes on my list of remake this video over and over again. And it will become a trend, because whatever people try to kill very, very hard, it gets harder and harder to kill if you just appreciate it enough. If you're like, oh, that was a good video. If it wasn't a good video, it died very quickly and nobody cared. Okay? This guy really loves slapping faces. As close as you can get. Okay. I want to see Content Cop, and it's probably re-uploaded anyways, There's some things people can't even get rid of it. 6 years ago. That's tons of videos. Probably something I would click on. And maybe does not deserve harassment. Let's just watch the video then. Content Cop Leafy. Re-upload. Still survived. I'm sorry about that. Now, there's no real easy way to do this, because now I'm like setting something in stone. It's kind of stupid. But that's where the YouTube hate pointed at. A finger at Content Cop being hurt. I don't like him being hurt. He points out all the bad channels and what makes a bad channel. Let's see if it's actually real. A really good video. And if it's influential at all. That's the question. So that is a review. Does he kind of come to stress level 4? And actually be like, oh shit, I need to know more about this shit. If he influences me that way, because I have no idea what Leafy is talking about in his videos, or what his channel is about. What is he being busted for? Like all these things. If he can do that, I'll be very interested. We're at 35k. Probably still 2x, so. One thing you have to understand that the real victim here is the viewer. Is the one who is learning harassment and learning what will be harassed, as if they will start to understand what is the dynamic on YouTube. But it's much more complicated than that. You do whatever the fuck you want, and this is just a little bit of drama, and someone has to, you know, if it takes down and it gives it more attention all of a sudden, that's even crazier, right? That's like, well, someone else has to step in. See, that's the reason why YouTube CEO cannot be YouTube CEO. Is because she is only on one side of the spectrum and needs the other side of the spectrum to step in and be like, what is the consequence of all these policies? How do you fix that shit? Right? Once I start fixing everything, I'm much more powerful than she is in terms of influence on YouTube. And that's it. Despite whatever policy she could make. You know, people just keep on making YouTube videos. People will keep on surviving regardless. So it doesn't matter, and people will still re-upload. It will not matter. People will find a way, and they can be embraced and can be understood. Essentially, even when there's a lot of things hidden and we're insecure about, we can still understand each other. It's really simple. And if you see a gem, now you know. You have to appreciate it. Pick it up, upload it on your computer, or upload it on a different platform entirely, so you kind of a store like anti-YouTube. Who cares, right? There has to be an alternative. There's no other way. Okay, you have to find an alternative to YouTube, simply to save whatever is precious, but not necessarily go there and live there in the desert, in the middle of nowhere. You know, you have to live in a fucking place where everyone interacts and you can get the maximum enjoyment technically. So there's no other way. That's how I call her, right? I didn't change that shit. Here you go. Nicki Minaj. Because of the bed. That's it. The bed. It's not like Ariana Grande helped or anything. This is 40k at 3x speed. Congrats for making it, I guess. It's kind of hard to watch Content Cop. It's not stress level, man. It's cringe level. And it's ridiculous. It's like watching gay porn of two people throwing garbage into YouTube. Because just pointing it out that it's garbage is still kind of garbage. you know, just being a garbage man, still pretty garbage, you know. So Content Cop no better than Leafy. Really not better. Like, if you really hate yourself, you're kind of gonna hate on like weaker people who have done stupid things, and you're gonna cop those people, but police them. But it's still not gonna make you any better. It's just like, do I have a lot of respect for police? We all have to have respect when they show up, but when they're not around, I have zero tolerance or respect for them. So I don't care. If they start coming after me, I'm like, yeah, now I care. Congratulations. But that's it, you know. Someone who steals respect does not deserve respect. It just gets it by force. So technically, cops are just as close to mafia as you can get. You know, mafia is like, well, we gotta get respect out of this person. But instead of respect, they will get actual things. But cops know how to monetize this respect very well. They know that very, very well, because they have, you know, their jobs in the first place. Why it's not spread around for everyone to defend themselves is kind of not obvious. It's not obvious why the government is a separate entity from society. None of these things are obvious. And why do I have to talk about it? You know? Why does he have to label himself as a cop? Why does he have to go after someone who will get criticized by people just naturally? Because that's what YouTube is for. You don't actually have to do what what happens in YouTube comments already, you know? What people have to face already. You don't have to create that right now. And if you do feel like you need to, like, there's no stopping you. But you're no longer a loser, just like every other successful person. You know, you're not just trying to do something unsuccessful. You're trying to do something outrageous and something very aggressive. It's just kind of lame. I wanted to be a content cop at some point. I'm like, oh, I can definitely attack some channels or whatever. And that was a false idea whatsoever. I couldn't. I could, like, try and dissect some kind of video for its problems, as I always do, and I keep on doing it right now. I can dissect and look at bigger problems that are happening all over the place. But I cannot just target a certain YouTube channel unless it wants to die, you know? It has nothing going for it. It is like shitty YouTube channel, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like gonna show you this thing is dying. It did this and this throughout history. It has this kind of history. It tried doing this specific thing and couldn't do it for these reasons. But I would never actually attack a person. I would never do actually personal things. I would just like judge someone by their status, by their creator status. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting. But whatever. It's still good. It's still out there. It's still, even though it's cringe and will never give him the status of like super influence, it's still something I can talk about, so congratulations. That means he can just contact me and be like, hey, give me some influence on your map, and I'll be like, yeah, sure. No problem. I still probably have enough respect for cops where they will show up to my face, I'll have to give them respect. That's how it works. So if he wants to be a cop, he can definitely do that to me. But that's the exchange that happens. Just remember that. Here you go, that's the flag. Let's keep going. We're almost made it, but I didn't give a fuck. This takes way too long, dude. Takes way too long to talk about a chin. And then you're like, well, I will not get in trouble for doing that, you know. It's not like I have nothing wrong going on my face, you know, on my personality. My personality did not go insane yet, you know. Where's his eyes again? Destroyed by hatred? I mean, that's kind of scary. Oh, wow. Okay. He's kind of chilling here. Ugh! Destroying his eyes again. Wow. Do you really want to make videos where you cringe? It's kind of weird. Ugh. This is very contagious. Alright. What is the conclusion? It's probably worse than gay porn because it's trying to be gay porn. Trying to be something that, oh, this is going to be helpful for your career, but I will not acknowledge you whatsoever, and we're just going to create a little bit of a drama. And that's what gay porn is about. It's just, you know, a little attractive thing for no reason. Here you go. It's irrelevant, technically. And whoever thinks it's relevant, which is the actual person that I'm attacking, no, it could have been deleted by YouTube's algorithm, knocked out, and everyone should be fine with that. Because it's just some video about some chin. And trying to find a chin adventures. That's how it would be called. And I think that's not appropriate for children. Unless they have chin problems. You know, unless they actually care to find chins in life. And this might be an introductory video for them. But not introductory video of what Leafy's content is about. Just kind of nitpicky, wrong things of Leafy. In case you're like big old fan and you already know too much, so you need to nitpick to be able to piece together why you should not like Leafy anymore and why you should leave. But it's already there! I just said it. Why you should leave. Oh boy. Fucking ridiculous. That's what gay porn is, just some monsters smashing into each other. And you're like, oh, that looks awesome. I was never entertained by Content Cop, aka iDubbbz. At least not that much. But a little bit more than Leafy, but now I'm like, oh, Leafy looks like he built the channel and something maybe I would watch. I'll give him a chance. Maybe 3 strikes and you're out, and he might just catch up to iDubbbz's influence, which is Dubsy boy, Dubsy. Shit. Why did I lost him? Where is he? Mr. Dubsy. Can I actually find him? I can. I put him... Oh. I thought I put him under H3 because reasons. But I put him under PewDiePie, which is a little bit lower, with 2 points of influence. Now it's gonna be more. Oh wait, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna get a piece of cake. I'm so sad about that. You know? I will watch every Leafy video that tries to attack Jake Paul, for example. Now, that should be easy enough, right? 3 strikes, 3 videos. Let's watch that if I have nothing else to watch. Right now I'm starting to feel tired. I might just cancel this whole operation. Sadly, right? You wake up, you start the operation, and now I'm like midway starting a new one. It's kind of lame, but whatever. That's what happened. Let's see what happens if that's what happened. Wow, immediately next day we have another Ian video. A video about Ian. Can you imagine? We getting the juice. I can't wait. Alright, boys. This is technically where the token should have been. The final teammate. And Ari went to 4. She's like mostly featured, heavily featured for this video. And so she caught herself up in the net again. Here she goes. Bye-bye. Now I have to reach 110 to give her a piece of the pie. Wow. Leafy is back for 3 months now. Only for 3 months. And only after he pulled enough, like, what, guts to fight back against iDubbbz and thought that iDubbbz is doing something wrong now with his girlfriend. So now that he thinks he's, like, confident enough, he grew himself again. It's a leaf on a tree again. Wow. It's a new season of Leafy. Cool. I want the old season though, because I don't think I care about the most recent dramas on YouTube right now. So let the gay porn continue. Oh my god, that's what's going on. I do not want to watch this, but I kind of have to see the conclusion on his side. You know, when I don't know which one receives most pleasure here, because it's gay porn. Is like, which one is the? Oh wait, they both kind of supposed to receive it. I probably shouldn't label it that way. It's gross. It's on YouTube right now, and I'm the CEO, and I'm like, yeah. These guys are at it again, and they are destroying this platform, just straight up, with their insanity. Oh my god. I have no idea what is the deal with iDubbbz's girlfriend. I just know the outrage is probably legit, you know. OnlyFans, you have to be very respectful of your relationships. Really respectful. Especially if you have a career like that. That's just a freedom-forged career. Like, really powerful one. Something you can inspire a lot of people with. And you happen to subject your relationship into a pit of suffocation, basically. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a soul shredder. You want that? You want to jump into that? Shred your soul? It's kind of weird. And it turns him on, because it doesn't turn him off. So, cool. He might just be gay for that matter. You know, he don't call people simps or whatever, like sucking up to whatever their girl want to do and it's bad. It's kind of fucking stupid. Sometimes they're just fucking gay for not respecting women, you know, so much that they not necessarily allow them to do whatever they want, but to like put that respect, invest that respect, so they stop doing that weird thing that internet is creeped out by. Internet is not comfortable with that at the moment. Yes, more OnlyFans are happening, and he's paving the way. And right now we can still respect that part of like, yeah, it will start happening. Internet is gonna mature into adulthood now, and porn is gonna be just a modification, an add-on on YouTube. It's something you can slide, lean towards to, you know. But now with all this conclusion, you jumped over the edge. Now you become, with all your fans, you just dragged all your fans, and that's why they're unhappy. You grab all your fans and you're like, well, we're doing porn now. So I'm not a YouTuber anymore. And now Leafy's back for that reason. Because he's probably he's like missing you or whatever. He couldn't jump fast enough into the pit of porn. So, okay. He'll do it eventually. I mean, I was close. Because I enjoy it so much. But I don't enjoy it being around me at all. I hope it happens in 20-kilometer radius around me. Not anywhere close to me. Because I fucking hate that. I hate people having pleasure next to me because I'm just suffocating myself with pleasure. I'm like, if I get closer to death, I'll actually feel a little bit better for how life looks like. But right now, because I put myself into a crazy stress situation, I'm breaking through walls and being like, oh, you're having pleasure, let me take a photo, let me break that pleasure real quick. And I keep on breaking those fucking walls, and it's fucking amazing, dude. It's fucking amazing to stop people from being fucking assholes and ignorant pieces of shit, and finally give me a little bit of attention when they're the most vulnerable ever. When they didn't actually thought that was possible to break a wall, when they're just securely pleasuring each other. You know? Oh, mind if I join in? You know? Cool. Gay porn? Mind if I join in and destroy your fucking shit? I just bumped into this accidentally, and I'm like, what is happening? Half of the people who's gonna criticize me are just porn addicts. They happen to come across internet simply because of this one thing. So stay away from me. 20-kilometer radius. That is your distance that you have to go through. Same goes for the power creepers, who's represented by Disguised Toast. It's the same exact thing. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the thing that I don't have, so is the same thing. Everything that I don't have, and people display it with utmost pleasure and ego, and be like, look at me, I have this, and I can talk like this, and I'm so stupid, but I have all these things. And if you flex on me right now, your channel goes to the same shithole, which is called porn. Who knows what that means anymore? Porn could just be looking at someone destroying themselves, and you're like, wow, that's interesting. I will look into this because I hate this person. You know? If you hate a person, you love to see them do the overflex. A little bit overflex. A little bit of the deprecating flex. It's like, look at me, I can do this, and yeah, keep doing that. I like that. Okay. I don't want to be a bully. I don't want to see people like that, so I don't watch it like that. I watch porn like as a torture simulation, and sometimes I like it because it ends very quickly. Okay, it's not something that I have to watch for hours and hours and try to understand and enjoy every piece of it. No, I can just like look at it. Oh, that's pretty interesting, and then if it's interesting, then it's gonna stick in my head so deeply, and it's gonna traumatize the more I look at it. That's what it is. So congratulations. You have no chance of getting to stress level 4 because you have broken everything. I'm here. I'm stressing right now, and it's not giving you any points because I'm on a stress race for stress relief, not actually creation. What I say here is a creation, and I ignore every point that would be given to myself or anyone else. Right now we're in a special situation. We're roasting as hard as we can because I will not care to slow down or stop or think of like, oh, okay, I'll take my piece, you take your piece. No, you're gonna get completely destroyed because I accidentally broken a wall, and I'm like, oh, these guys are pleasuring each other. Can I come in? How much did we got through now? We're almost at 2 times the speed. And also Selena gets approved. Okay. Now, why is Tiffany's entire team eliminated? They got their slice, okay? That is gonna be the definition of even bigger nerf that is happening here. Ridiculous nerf. It's like someone trying to take a shortcut in making me less stressed. Well, that happens in the very, 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 very end. We kind of just dumped it on them, and they probably won't be able to show themselves up. If they show themselves up, maybe my choice to eliminate an entire team based on this one little thing. I mean, now the thing is, it's a completely different game. Now that entire team is eliminated, they can do whatever they want, basically. They can attack me as hard as they want. So whatever feels like a nerf could also be a buff and doesn't matter, because I made one nerf and I don't want to do it ever again. I'm just saying. Alright, it seems like I need to reach 145 to be able to unlock Selena as well. One of my entire team gets locked out of the prize. So, let's go. We're at 90k and 4 times the speed. Let's see if I make it, because I'm getting very sleepy and I did this thing way too early and now it's in my face. Now a bunch of cops try to chase me down. Now for a good reason. Okay. I don't know much about Shane Top, but he claimed still quite recently that he's a virgin. And that just blows my mind. Like, it's game over, dude. You're fucking famous now. Like, you gotta do something. You gotta stop fueling yourself as the most annoying person ever to be around with. It's like, wow, fucking... You have built your career, now get out in the real world. Because you're not building a business here. You're not climbing up and just taking over Smosh or something. Like, that's not gonna happen. And I'm watching this and like... What is establishing here? What can you possibly do anymore? Besides, stop being a bully. And evolve in life. Like, you have to establish your family now. It's kind of weird, you know? It's weird. It's so weird. I don't know what to comment. That's the whole point. There's a thing that needs to happen. We're at 100k mile. Let's keep going. This is from this newest video about Ian. And I'm like, shit. He's still gonna be surrounded by people that just don't give a fuck. And I'll just casually give a fuck about Courtney because she might want to have a choice in life, maybe. Because she's kind of interested in things that I liked. Or maybe it's just a hook to just kind of cheat on my mind. Yeah, these are the things I like, and like, you know, you push them down, and as an self-identity there. We'll find out one way or the other. As it all comes to an end, the messages are always going to be more and more painful. And girls, this is too tough to talk about. That's what it means. And it's almost like my own team is going to be banned from doing anything because I would eliminate myself if anything sexual would happen. Instead, they have to play smart in terms of this game. But at the same time, this is just a simulation. This is just to make sure that I can eliminate teams and that I understand why that is the case. If they want to manipulate me and actually influence me as best as they can, better do it quick, you know? But yeah, that's the deeper question of like, how is it gonna work? I know my next target, but how is it? Yeah, the answer is so close, but I can't see it, so I'll just keep going forward. I'll finish talking about the experience tomorrow, but this is what I got too, because I needed 72k. Do I have something? Pinned and pinned, no? Alright, that's all I needed. And game over. And 466 actual influence that we gonna split. Oh, and because I eliminated a sniper wolf, lava team. So that means Nicki Minaj got eliminated anyways. And yes, you can do that. So there's only like 3 people that's gonna take the cake. And because Rita Ora is new, we just take the cake basically. We take everything. Because we take the cake, I take the cake. And I'm gonna split it up according to my plan. Not according to stress. You know what I mean? Easy. See, one important factor is that, and I'll explain it probably a lot better when I wake up next day, but girls are there to manipulate you, but they're not manipulate you with anything sexual necessarily. Because sexual is just lust. It's like you failed, basically, and you get fucked for it. You failed to manipulate a person to make them love you. And that's kind of it. To make them better understand you. To open up a brain space and think about you, basically, as a human being that deserves to be thought about and cared for. And there's nothing sexual about it at all. So once you start manipulating people sexually, you lose the game. That's where you get eliminated. If I can think about you sexually at that point and force that thought, you're still gonna get your cake. You're still gonna get your share of influence. So I have to make sure that you are not as relevant. You know, you're new, you're fresh. You're like, oh, you can ruin the team for me, while we do the actual work. You know, and we have to do quite a lot of work while the teams get eliminated. So we have to take a huge chunk of the cake and not just... Yeah, it is gonna be complicated. You can't just eliminate a team entirely, can you? It's kinda weird. Yeah, you can't. Just like Tiffany's team was eliminated because I knew when I'm gonna press the game over button. So it's the same elimination of just putting someone in front and putting their stress level here. So what actually happened, she gets stress level 4, but the game is over. So there's no way for her to revive herself anymore. And if she cannot do it, the entire team fails. Because they're not influential enough to keep the game going. Or whatever happened is not like that important to me. It was just let me just destroy this person real quick. And the worst part of it is that it worked better than expected. Sniper Wolf was like, Oh, let me watch a video of things being cut in half and being squishy. Oh yeah, that's a thing. It's not sexual at all. Not at all. You didn't just end up getting there, you know, because I didn't watch hentai and nothing was cut in half just to expose the insides of how you're supposed to feel, right? That never happened before. And even if you're not aware of that, you kind of have to learn more about men to be able to manipulate them properly. You have to be constantly curious about them. So it's quite a challenge, basically, for both sides. Now that I realize building love is challenge. Wow, who would have thought, right? But the story probably keeps going because I was taken by surprise. By a prize, more likely, because I've done all this work, right? I played this game, and it turned out to be more than just something, you know. At first, I stress about everyone, and I care about everyone, but then I kind of toned down quite a bit. Until only my team was relevant. And now I'm just gonna add her in as well. And give a solid 100 points, because why not? That's a solid start for someone. She can move on anywhere else right now. I don't care. But it's probably best to say that I don't mind. I will always care. I will always take care of my goddamn map. And wherever anyone goes, I'm a fucking care, okay? As best as I can, there's not enough eyes for me to care right now. But if I can overwatch that many people, they can probably help me out overwatching themselves and giving me the news that I show that I want to have, basically, of how you're actually doing in life, okay? Actually.
us know. Just Is your steel
Job done.
Tender flesh for the dragon lord! Got something to hide? I'll grow on you! Clear the path!
Make haste.
I brought enough for everyone.
Try this.